Once upon a time there was a little girl named Little Red Riding Hood. Her mother told her to take some treats to Granny, who lived in the forest, because she was unwell. But do not stray from the path, her mother warned her. There are dangers in the woods and you must be careful. Little Red Riding Hood started on the path and remembered what her mother had told her, to stay on the path no matter what. But it wasn't long until she came across a beautiful field of flowers. I'll just have a little look, Red Riding Hood thought to herself. Surely that can't do any harm. But Little Red Riding Hood didn't know that a wolf was watching her from behind a tree. She looks like dinner, the wolf thought to himself. The wolf casually strolled out to meet Little Red. She gasped. Who are you? Oh, don't worry, said the wolf. I'm just a friendly wolf. Where are you off to, little girl? I'm off to Grandma's house, said Little Red Riding Hood. She's unwell and I'm taking her a treat. Grandma's house, you say, said the wolf, thinking that perhaps he could have dinner and dessert. The wolf let Little Red Riding Hood continue on her way as he sneakily followed her to Granny's house. When Little Red Riding Hood arrived at Granny's house, she knocked on the door. Come in, said a frail voice. And Little Red Riding Hood opened the door to see her Granny in bed. Granny looked different. Why, Grandmother, what big eyes you have, remarked Little Red Riding Hood. Oh, yes, all the better to see you with, my dear, Granny said. But Grandmother, what big ears you also have, said Little Red Riding Hood. Oh, yes, well, all the better to hear you with, replied Granny. But Grandmother, stuttered Little Red Riding Hood, what big teeth you have. All the better to eat you with, replied Granny, and Little Red Riding Hood screamed because she realized it wasn't her grandmother after all, but it was the big bad wolf in the bed. The wolf leapt out of bed and chased Little Red Riding Hood right out of the cottage. All of a sudden, Little Red Riding Hood ran into a woodcutter. Oh my goodness, you have to help me, she cried. I think a big bad wolf has eaten my grandmother. Let's go save your granny, said the woodcutter. When they got to the cottage, they could hear a noise. Help! Help! I think Granny's locked in the cupboard, said Little Red Riding Hood. The woodcutter opened the cupboard door and there was Granny, safe and sound. Oh, what a relief, sighed Little Red. Little Red helped tuck Granny back into bed, and then the woodcutter assured her that he would go off into the woods to find the big bad wolf, and to make sure that he would never trouble anyone ever again. Once Granny was safe back in bed and the woodcutter was on his way, Little Red Riding Hood set off home to her mother, and she definitely did not stray from the path this time and ran all the way home to give her mum a big hug.